Joy to the world, all your boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. I said joy to you and me. I was sitting in the bathtub and I was thinking about this quote that I remembered from a movie, and there was this woman with this really thick accent and she was saying, "A penis is hard to find." It sounded like a penis is hard to find, but she was trying to say happiness is hard to find. The quote is actually from the Beverly Hillbillies movie, which came out in 1993, and I probably haven't seen it since 1993. So it's kind of humorous to me that this quote stuck in my head after all of these years. But the reason the quote was in my head was because I was thinking about happiness. People think that happiness is hard to find, when in reality you can find it in your wallet. No, I'm not talking about money. A lot of our happiness doesn't even come from materialistic things. It comes from the people who we surround ourselves with and key moments in our lives that make us warm and fuzzy. A little while ago I was talking to a friend of mine through email. He told me that when he was 16, he made a list of happy thoughts, wrote them out by hand, and put the piece of paper in his wallet. And he's kept it there. And I thought, what a cool idea to carry with you your happy thoughts so that you always have happiness in your wallet. I decided that I would write out 5 of my own happy thoughts, put them down on a piece of paper, and keep them in my wallet so that they were with me for always. These are my happy thoughts. Well, 5 of them. And I am going to share with you my happy thoughts. The first one is the day me and my ex brought Oliver home. He was so well behaved, and then when we brought him home, he went right into his crate and took the biggest crap I've ever seen him take. He was this chubby, pawed little baby, and he was so sweet and cute. I mean, he's totally still the cutest thing in the world. My second happy thought is from when I was newly graduated. When I was in grade 12, I wrote a play. It was the first thing that I'd ever really finished that had any substance. And our school's drama club put it on. I was even in it, and a bunch of my friends were in it. And it was about these girls that were in a mental institution. That doesn't matter, but a lot of the English and creative writing classes came to see it. And after I graduated, me and my friend Jordan were at the movie store, and this little kid, I don't know, he must have been like 14 years old, came up to me, and he asked me if I was the one who had wrote the play, and I told him I was. And he said to me, "You inspired me to start writing." And it's been one of those moments that have stuck with me through my whole life, because I thought, that's pretty cool. If I can inspire somebody to do something creative. My third happy thought happened a couple years ago when my nephew, who is no longer a child, but a grown man who is going to be having a baby of his own, told me how important I was to him because I helped raise him. I guess I never really thought I had that big of an influence on him. But it was nice to hear. The fourth happy thought happened last summer when my mom asked to read my middle grade fiction fantasy novel, and I let her, and she read it all in one night and told me that she really liked it. The last happy thought stars my mom and my sister. We took a trip over to the island. I don't even know who said it, but when we were on the ferry, one of us said, "This is just like Thelma and Louise." And then they added, "Except there's 3 of us and we're not gonna drive off a cliff." And I remember us laughing really hard about it afterwards. So those are my 5 happy thoughts, and I am going to fold them up, and I am going to put them in my wallet so that I can have happiness with me wherever I go. Voila. And this is one of those things that everybody can do. Everybody can sit down and write out a small list of things that make them happy and put them in their wallet. It's a great exercise. And now that I've shared 5 happy thoughts with you, perhaps some of you should share some of your happy thoughts with me. And that's it for this week. I'll see you all again next week for another edition of That Girl Tyson.
General quarters, all hands man your battle stations, all hands man your battle stations.